That's very important to us. So that's basically how the MACD works. So I'm just going to kind of jump into this chart. This is a 4-hour pound-dollar chart. And I picked this chart, one, because it's one of my favorite pairs, even though I claim to not be in love with any particular pair. But the other reason I like this chart is because it has gone through a choppy market here, and now it looks like we're picking back up in a trend here towards the end. And I'll scroll over so you can see that, but it looks like the trend has picked up again. So I want to kind of show you how the system responds in a choppy market and a trending market. I'll just say that it's not real difficult to make money in a trending market. It is difficult to keep your money in a choppy market, and that's the thing you hear most traders, and probably experiences of a lot of you guys online right now. You know, it's not tough to make money in a trending market, but most people give it all back in a choppy market. So one of the focuses of this system is to allow you to, one, not take trades during choppy markets, or if there's enough meat in a choppy market, then you can trade that and get some pips out of that. So we'll go into some trades here. I think it's important first I'll just explain the dot colors really quickly to you. If the market is trending up, dot will be blue. If the market is trending down, dot will be red. Looks like I need to scroll over a little bit so you can see that. I'm trying to get to the end of the chart here. Okay, there. So you should be able to see the end of the chart now. I could see it on my screen, but it doesn't look like you could see it on yours. So if the market is trending up, I'll just repeat that. If it's trending up, it's blue. If it's trending down, it's red. If the market's choppy, the dots are either black or gray. So here's a gray dot. I'll explain the difference between the two. And here's a black dot, obviously. This orange dot we're going to talk about later. This is part of the reversal system. Remember I said this was about 5% of the signals, and you can see there's only one on this page. So we'll talk about those in a little while. So red down, blue up, and then black or gray is choppy market. Or if you have charts that are black backgrounds, which some people do, then the black dots simply become white dots because they obviously wouldn't show up on a black background. So I'm just going to look at a couple of signals here, and I'm not going to calculate out to the exact pip how many pips you would have made and exactly what day you would have retired or anything like that. But I'll just start. I'm going to start here with this red dot, and we'll just discuss what we see and what's going on here. Again, you can see the MACD histogram went up, and then it reversed. There's some math in the code that calculates exactly when this dot would form, and it decided to plot it right here. There is an entry condition, which we'll see some current signals later on. I'll show you the entry condition. But basically, when this dot appears, and it appears at exactly at the close of the candle, and dots, I'm often asked if dots plot back in time or go backwards, and none of that funny business happens with this system. So you're not going to be watching a real chart and then see a dot that magically appears 2 candles before you or something like that. So that kind of stuff doesn't go on here. But anyway, on a 4-hour chart, we wait to a validation price, and the validation price on a 4-hour chart is 30 pips. So we look at the low of this candle, and then 30 pips below that is our entry price. Now, on NinjaTrader, the actual entry price will be plotted. There will be a series of dots here, and we'll see those later. They look like that, and the actual price will appear over here on the axis, telling you the exact entry price. And you can enter that price with your broker up front. You can say, hey, if price reaches this value, then in this case I want to be short. And if it doesn't reach that price, then that means the market continued up. We never get filled on the trade, and we live happily ever after. All right, so we do enter this trade. It's a red dot, which means the trend is down, and I don't think you have to be a wizard trader here to figure the trend is down. You can see you make lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and again you made a lower high, and now we're headed towards a lower low. So it's a pretty good indication that the trend is down. So you would enter this trade, and again I'm not going to try to calculate the exact pips here, but the exit signal is a MACD crossover or a dot in the opposite direction. And you can see here that before we got the MACD crossover in the bullish direction. That's not the exit. Obviously, we want the MACD to transition from green to red. The exit is when it transitions back from red to green. But before that transition, we got a dot in the opposite direction, which is a long signal.
Yeah.
So this was not a huge winner. Maybe it was 30 pips, 50 pips, something like that. So not a huge winner, but the system did correctly call the fact that the market was trending down, and this was a trading opportunity to go short. Unfortunately, the market reversed. But again, you may have made a few pips here and nobody got hurt. Then we get a black dot to go long. So here's our long signal. You can see the MACD